Hey everybody, this is Pokemon Atui coming at you with a PU battle, and PU has really become one of my favorite tiers. Just the originality has really just been really cool to see. In this battle I have a Life Orb Sneasel, which is always a powerhouse. We have a Thick Club Marowak, which is actually speed invested, because as you'll see, I have a Kricketune with the Sticky Web. It's a lead, sash, Sticky Web, Endeavor, those kind of things, and it's become really useful. Next up, we have the best thing ever, Avalugg, who just does not care about any physical hit ever. Next up, we have our Special Wall Meganium, which, he can be pretty good. He Leech Seed synthesizes, and he also has Aromatherapy, so in case anybody gets status, he can easily take care of that. And then we have an Assault Vest Mr. Mime with the Technician and the Charge Beam. So the plan is get to +1 and then just hit everything hard with the Psychic or a Dazzling Gleam. And yeah, this is a pretty fun team. I've been doing pretty good with it, so let's get into the battle. Alright, so he's going to end up leading with his Flareon as I lead with my Kricketune, and I'm just going to be able to get up Sticky Web. We see that I outspeed, and he's going to go for the Flare Blitz, which brings me down to my Sash, which is great because I can Endeavor. What's not great is that I get burned. So I'm gonna die, and Kricketune does nothing but get up the Sticky Web, which, as we'll see, will not be very important. So anyway, he's gonna switch into his Luminion on my knockoff, and that does about half, so that's good damage to get on. And I'm gonna go out into my Assault Vest Mr. Mime as he defogs, so Kricketune was literally useless. Anyway, here I'm gonna go for the Charge Beam, and I get that special attack boost, which is nice because I'm gonna be able to 3-hit KO this Meganium even after his Giga Drains, which does nothing. So I'm going to send off another Psychic. He gets another crit with Giga Drain, which, isn't that big of a deal. Mr. Mime did what he had to do. And he's going to send his Floatzel, and I'm going to save Mr. Mime. And look at this. Look at this. Choice Banded Waterfall does not 4-hit KO an Avalugg. And that's just too good. And once again, watch this. Guts Boosted Flare Blitz does not OHKO. Super effective Guts Boosted from a Flareon. He does not care about your physical attacks. So now I'm going to switch into Mr. Mime kind of as a sack. I didn't want anything else to die. Mr. Mime was kind of the most expendable, but he ends up going for the Rest, which is pretty interesting. Rest, Guts, Facade, Flare Blitz, that's an interesting set. So anyway, I'm going to go for a Psychic. It does good damage, but he's unfortunately able to Sleep Talk a Flare Blitz and take me out and survive the recoil. So here I'm going to go out into Sneasel, and I'm going to just go for the knockoff, and it's going to be able to 2-hit KO this Luminion from where it was at. So that's nice. He's no longer able to defog my rocks away if I were to get them up with Marowak. So he's going to go out into his Floatzel as I once again switch into Avalugg, and once again doing no damage. And he's going to go for another one, I guess hoping for a flinch. So I'm just going to go for an Avalanche, which does nice damage, about half. So he's going to switch out as I go for the Recover. I could have gone for the Avalanche, predicting the Flareon, but either way, I want my Avalugg at full health. Anyway, here, I could have predicted the rest and just gone into Marowak, but I decided to just stay in and go for the Avalanche. It's whatever. So here I go into the Marowak, and luckily he just gets rest, so Marowak doesn't have to take any damage. And here, I'm just going to set up my rocks, because it doesn't have a Defogger or Spinner anymore, and he has a Ninjask and a Flareon, which neither will appreciate very much. So anyway, once again, he's going to go for a Wood Hammer, doing no damage to Avalugg. And here, I predict some sort of switch, so I go into Sneasel, but he ends up just setting up rocks, which is fine, because then I can just kill with a nice punch. And now, he's going to send in his Floatzel, which, again, I don't want Sneasel taking a Waterfall. I want him around for the Ninjask, in case I have to Ice Shard it later. But anyway, he reveals the Switcheroo, giving me a Choice Band, which is not the worst thing in the world, because a Choice Banded Avalugg still is very viable. It does a lot of damage to Flareon. It's going to be 3-hit KO from where he was at, but he wakes up and gets the rest off. So there goes that. So this Flareon just continues to not die. And anyway, here I decide to switch out into Marowak again, hoping he doesn't get the Flare Blitz, which he doesn't, but he does get the Facade, which does over half. So that's pretty scary, honestly. So here I'm able to kill with a knockoff as he sends in Floatzel. I don't want anything else to take damage, so I just let Marowak go down. He's done what he's had to do. And here I'm going to go right back out into Avalugg, knowing that I can kill whatever comes in, meaning either the Ninjask or whether he stays in. So I'm able to kill with the Avalanche. And here he sends in the Ninjask, and I really thought I could take an X-Scissor, but I can't, and he reveals the Life Orb. But that's alright, because now I can just head into my Sneasel and finish things up with an Ice Shard. So, that was a fun battle. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.